Ready?
Yeah, are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
Are you excited?
Yes.
Heading west, version 2. I'm confident that we're getting out of here today.
We're heading back to California to pick up the MILLENNIAL FALCON. It's been at the Robinson Helicopter Factory for over a year, undergoing a full overhaul, and it's finally ready to come home. But before we take off, we have a lot to discuss. Let's back up. In 2023, we flew our end-of-life 2007 model Robinson R-44 helicopter, which we call the MILLENNIAL FALCON, across the country over 2,000 nautical miles from Buffalo, New York to Torrance, California, to drop it off at the Robinson Helicopter Factory for a complete rebuild. If you're curious why it needed a full rebuild, we break everything down in episode 1. But long story short, helicopters are good for 2,200 flight hours or 12 calendar years before their parts need to be rebuilt for safety. And we were approaching both deadlines at the same time in June 2023.
Okay, so we have 3 weeks to do this whole trip.
The 3-week trip was both exhilarating, taxing, and deeply documented in the first 6 episodes of this series. We landed at the world's busiest airport, ate barbecue, flew the required El Paso route, more on that later, did a sunset photo flight over Glamis Dunes.
Oh my god, that was crazy shit I've ever done.
And almost touched our skids on the iconic Route 66. We flew through Banning Pass, the absolute worst part of the trip, made it to Torrance with 5 hours left of our 500 flight hour goal, then turned it around, flew up the coast of California, under the Golden Gate Bridge, and over some mountains to do some backcountry flying with Trent Palmer. Then we came back down to California for one final pie adventure with our friends, then made it to the Robinson Helicopter Factory where we handed over our keys and helicopter for overhaul.
Hold on to the safe for me.
Which brings us here, heading back to Torrance to finally see the MILLENNIAL FALCON in all her rebuild glory. Unfortunately, while our ship was in for overhaul, we got the news that we lost our good friend Paul Salmon, who passed away from natural causes in 2024. We learned a ton from Paul when he joined us for a couple of days on our trip across the country. He was an absolute helicopter legend, and as we continue flying, we'll honor Paul's memory by putting into practice the lessons he so generously shared. Paul, this trip is dedicated to you. Paul was adamant about Chris staying current with his flying, and because it had been almost a year since he'd been in the cockpit, we decided to take the official Robinson helicopter safety course and get Chris some additional training while we waited for the MILLENNIAL FALCON to be finished.
Good morning. We are in Torrance, California, so we're not going to be able to get our aircraft yet. That is not for until later in the year. I figured since I haven't been flying for almost a year now, we should probably do some recurrent training. So we're doing the Robinson official safety course, forklifts, which they offer for all of their different helicopters. But highly recommended for anybody who flies Robinson helicopters. It's very in-depth, very comprehensive, and just very useful for, staying safe.
I want you to visualize. I tell you, okay, the ship starts to go to the right. Put in left pedal. It continues to go right. Put in full pedal. So we're in.
I have a really complicated relationship with helicopters, but hearing that fire up just now, just like, I got like a ping of like excitement and like...
Like now, I haven't been flying for almost a full year. It's revisiting all of the concepts that should be, that become a little bit, let me think about that for a second. Making sure that you reinforce the things like, know the emergency procedures like the back of your hand, get out the POH, the pilot operating handbook again, and refamiliarize yourself with all of the various emergency procedures. I also have my first flight tomorrow in almost a full year, so that's going to be very interesting.
Tower, back up to 8364 Zulu JJ with X-ray for a southeast departure, please. Bring the cycling back. That's going to solve both problems. Yep. Now the horn's going to come on when you roll out. Don't worry, just go into another turn quickly. Now it's going to dive halfway around, so there you go, just that little bit, not too much. A little bit more right there, a little come back, hold it back a bit more, and then roll out. And then roll around. Put the compass back on the horizon, and you've got a nice normal straight in.
Back behind the controls after nearly a full year.
How was it?
It's like the tolerances were a lot looser, so flying a little bit out of trim, pedals get you back in trim. And it's like, I've dropped 100 feet on the altitude, so get back up. Okay, my airspeed's only 65, let's touch that up to 70. So everything was just kind of a little bit loose. We did a bunch of autos and auto variations, S turns, like that. So we practiced a lot of those.
So contrary to popular belief, you can glide in a helicopter. An autorotation is a form of non-powered flight, meaning that it's not the engine that's spinning the rotor blades, it's the act of falling through the air. If an engine fails, an autorotation can effectively use the potential energy the helicopter has in the form of height and forward velocity to keep the rotor spinning. When the engine quits, the pilot will lower the collective and flatten the pitch of the blades, and then the act of the helicopter falling through the air will reverse the airflow through the rotor blades and keep the rotor spinning, which then you can glide down, flare to get rid of forward airspeed, level off, and then change the pitch of the blades at the very last second to cushion on a landing without an engine.
I think when we come back, I think the plan will be spend a few days in Torrance, do a flight or two with Bob.
I am the flight safety director at Robinson.
Do a flight with Simon, and then even just stick around a little bit with our own ship as we get used to the new helicopter. Wow, there's nothing to hold on to. This is as naked as we're gonna see this aircraft ever. It's on the assembly line. I think they said 6 to 8 weeks. Is that what they said for the timeline? Then it goes to paint, which is 2 to 3 weeks. Then it gets detailed 2 to 3 weeks, test flight 2 to 3 weeks. And then I also have to get time off work to be able to pick the helicopter up.
I'm nervous about picking up the aircraft and flying it back, knowing that it's like the first 50 hours, and then knowing that we're going into remote areas. That is a little bit scary.
Are you considering this major maintenance?
This is more than major maintenance. This is an overhaul.
So a lot of people are asking why we chose to overhaul the helicopter, AKA rebuild it, rather than just buying a brand new helicopter and selling the old one. If someone chooses to renovate their house, well, why don't you just buy a new house? And that kind of puts it into perspective that these helicopters are large investments, and it's not just as easy as selling an old one and buying a new one. For us, not just the familiarity of the aircraft, but it's also the cost as well. To get the equivalent aircraft that's going to come off the assembly line that we're going to get in September, you'd have to plunk down $670,000. Our aircraft, when we bought it, it was roughly $200. Our overhaul is going to be about a little over $400. We've had this aircraft for 5 years. So we flew this helicopter essentially for 5 years for free, and then we're still less than what a brand new one would cost. So there's definitely a cost savings, especially when you consider an overhauled used helicopter comes off the Robinson overhaul factory assembly line. It is near indistinguishable from a brand new aircraft. So from an economical standpoint, we had a lot less capital up front. It gave us time to save up for the overhaul. That's why we chose to do the overhaul, just because it met our budget better.
They had to tear it all down. They had to basically inventory all the items. They had to assess every single piece to see what needs to be replaced, what's salvageable. This is the second overhaul for this aircraft.
There's a lot of it that needed to be fixed. A lot more than we thought.
Well, time melted away, and almost a year after the safety course and with the big trip looming, Chris needed flight hours badly. So we drove to Ontario and did the most Canadian thing in a helicopter a pilot could do. "10 hours of dual training and emergency drills later, he was ready.
Are you ready?
Yeah, are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
Are you excited?
Yes. Are you excited? Are you nervous?
Both. I am excited and nervous.
Anxious?
Yeah, I am. I'm both. I'm excited.
I don't know if we're going the right way. We're in some weird little corridor here.
Yeah, we are.
Dude, what's going on?
I think the jet bridge is slipping on ice or something, or broken.
It just keeps going back and forth.
It's like a big bungle down there. I'm not confident that we're getting out of here today. This is our first flight. Trying to overhear what's happening. I think that we might be moving gates. They're moving the plane. The jet bridge is not moving over the ice now. Drama. I really hope that this isn't foreshadowing for our entire trip. Well, good news. Looks like they are deplaning. I guess we'll be getting on our flight after all. I believe our second flight is delayed too, so I guess it kind of all worked out. The arse has gone out of her now, boys. The arse has gone out of her already.
Good afternoon and welcome aboard Delta Flight 3511 over to Detroit. My name is Lisa. I'll be in main cabin.
Well, the arse definitely fell out of her because on our last flight to LA, I started going downhill pretty quickly.
Welcome to Los Angeles, where the local time is 5:50 p.m. Please stay seated with your seatbelt fastened and your carry-on.
Okay, we made it.
We made it. Oh God, that was a long day.
Becky's not feeling well. She's got a bit of a sore throat, so we're just gonna keep our masks on and
Hope we don't infect anybody. Now, where are we going? Bag claim.
Bag claim. These are $8.
$8. I'm not gonna like it, but I'm gonna rent it.
We have to. We have no other choice. We have 2 duffel bags that don't have wheels, plus this and that and that.
My frugal self is dying right now.
Yeah,
All right.
it's quite a lot of bags.
You know what? We did not pack light.
Is that all gonna fit in the helicopter?
Yeah, you packed an R44 pretty tight before.
It's been a long time.
It is.
I think we have to go this way.
Remember those maintenance documents from the last trip? Well, we have to haul all 60 pounds of them back across the country, taking up precious cargo space and weight in the helicopter. Because we'd be crossing seasons, it's hot in Arizona, cold in Moab, and freaking freezing on the East Coast, we had to bring our winter wear, especially in case of emergency. So we decided to only bring 2 outfits each, some appropriate layers, and keep our personal items to a minimum, especially since we'd be carrying along a camera bag as well. We didn't get to camp on the last trip, so that was one of our goals for this one. So with that, we brought a stripped-down camping kit with an appropriately rated sleep system for our coldest temperatures, a small bike packing tent, minimal cooking setup, and our normal survival and first aid kits. In total, we had about 150 pounds of gear, not including our maintenance documents, which were waiting for us at Robinson.
Today's the day we pick up the helicopter again. It's been like almost 2 years. It wasn't Robinson's fault. They had it done last year, and we just didn't have time to pick it up. What's today? 24th? February 24th, 2025? I'm excited, but also a little bit nervous. I'm nervous of the LA airspace getting out of here. It's a lot of busy airspace with a lot of frequency changes. Yeah, and also Becky's not feeling well. Heavy load.
Get your helmet.
Your helmet, headsets, jewels from the seat. Flares? Put the flares in?
Yeah, where's your
Smells like helicopters coming up to the entrance. Ooh, I'm excited.
Yeah.
We haven't been here in a long time. All right, so she said around the corner.
Oh my god.
Holy shit.
Oh my god.
Wow, looks great. Wow, tinted windows.
I mean, it doesn't really look that much different.
It's a good day coming. It's a good day coming. It's a good day, sweet like honey. It's a good day coming. Gonna keep on running. Won't stop for nothing. It's a good day.
Wowee.
Does it feel weird seeing it?
It does, yeah. It's the same, but like so different. Yeah, the interior is different. I know. Oh my god, the hydraulics are so stiff. It's like, boom!
Holy shit, better wash that face.
Yeah.
I don't even remember. Holy shit. Wow.
Oh, this thing is brand new.
Oh my god, it smells so good.
Yeah.
Yum.
Oh, look at this! I got a fancy little chart here on my cyclic, and I don't have to look straight up at this. Here.
Air conditioning.
Yeah, air conditioning. Damn.
Holy shit.
Wow. Our brand new 2007 model.
yeah, exactly. Oh my god.
It's just
black inside.
So pristine.
It's so nice.
Yeah, there's no like sparkly blue back of the panels.
Can you sign your old compass for me?
Yes.
I've vlogged like the majority of my time in this ship, so I just forgot what like a normal dampened compass is like. When we come in, it's always like this. And the first thing that John, who's the head of maintenance here, he was just like, your compass, ew! And it was just like, blah, blah, blah. Every time he saw that clip, I bet he just cringed. Oh, I want to fix that so bad. Well, he definitely fixed it and did so much more. So thank you so much, John. Thank you, Ashley. Really appreciate you. Really good job you guys did. Very impressed.
Before we officially start the trip, Chris had one thing he really wanted to do. Get some hours in on his own ship in LA airspace with one of the instructors at Robinson.
Tell me, baby, what's so bad? Oh, what's so bad? Tell me, baby, what's so bad? What's so bad I've got to do?
After a quick tour over downtown, a review of some emergency procedures, it was time to pack up the helicopter for departure.
It's a totally different machine. Brand spanking new.
It's great. It's like so familiar, but not. I'm glad we did the factory overhaul and not a field overhaul. Setting the helicopter up, loading everything in. God. Tech logs from Seaflood.
And just like our trip here in 2023, we had to haul all 60 pounds of maintenance documents back across the country.
Back at it.
As expected, pickup day ran late, so we pushed our departure to the following morning. Here's the plan for the first leg of the trip. We'll kick things off by departing from Torrance and following the I-10, aka the El Paso route, all the way to Phoenix.
This route basically is the Interstate 10 connecting El Paso to Torrance, California. And they talk about this route because they require any pilots that pick up a brand new helicopter or a freshly overhauled helicopter, you have to promise them and sign a document that says, I will follow the El Paso route. In addition to that, you also have to promise that you've also flown the El Paso route before.
Since we flew this route on the way in back in 2023, we're not expecting any surprises. We'll be first tackling the dreaded Banning Pass, then continuing on to Phoenix. Once we hit Phoenix, the goal is to finally check desert camping off my bucket list, and Chris will hopefully get a chance to fly in our friend Austin's Bell 505. But before any of that happens, we gotta finish packing up.
GoPros are all mounted, iPad mounts on cables are all managed. Very satisfying. These accessory bars were so worth it. They've got auxiliary power, plus cable holders, and then RAM mounts, so you can just basically customize them to hold whatever. Really just we have like our clothes and everything left to bring, so we're gonna overnight here and then just get out tomorrow morning.
And with only 5 hours of flight time on the engine, it was time to get ready to leave California. We are waiting out a marine layer to get out of LA, and of course, the day we were traveling here, I started getting a sore throat, and now I'm an absolute victim. It is very foggy. The helicopter's already packed. We packed it last night, and so we're gonna head over. We want to be waiting on the weather, not the weather waiting on us. And today's plan is flying to Phoenix. Hopefully this goes away so we can go camping in a couple of days.
Yeah.
I'm really disappointed. I'm gonna keep that window open and let that displace air out so whoever comes and cleans this room isn't. All right, let's go. The tension was high on the car ride to Robinson, and as Chris reviewed LA airspace, I was wondering if we'd even be getting out today. And of course, thinking about where we would actually end up by tonight.
Brand spanking new. Smells like a new helicopter. I wonder how long it's gonna feel like this until it becomes normal.
A few things got removed from the old ship during overhaul. Naturally, Chris wanted his own autographed piece of history, so we had John return the favor and got him to sign our old turn coordinator before departure.
I'm trying to think of something inspiring to put here. Climb Higher is already taken.
John Alvarez was here.
Have lots of adventures.
Call me if you need anything.
Thank you, John.
That's why.
This is going on my shelf.
Torrance Airport, Special Weather Observation Foxtrot, time 1827 Zulu. Weather.
We're just waiting for the weather to roll over. They are reporting 1 mile visibility. That's the official airport reporting, so we can't leave until they officially are VFR, and we are not VFR right now. By their ATIS, but looking with our eyeballs, we're VFR right now, so we're just waiting for the ATIS to update so that we can officially leave the factory and get on our trip. This is gonna be like the inaugural flight of our trip. Okay, the ATIS just cut out, which I think means they're updating it. Oh, VFR, baby!
Oh, yeah.
Golf gives us 10 miles visibility.
We turn the air conditioning on.
Additional
Turn on.
Go for runway 11 left. Check nose.
Oh my god.
Use caution for bird activity on.
Helicopter November 300 Whiskey Zulu is ready for northeastbound departure from antennas.
Helicopter 0 Whiskey Zulu cross taxi Alpha runway 29 left clear for takeoff. Northeast departure approved.
Northeast departure approved. 0 Whiskey Zulu. And we're off.
Torrance ATIS towards ground, Torrance Tower, we're going Long Beach Tower.
Long Beach Tower, yeah.
Is 119.4. Been a while.
Long Beach Tower, helicopter November 300 Whiskey Zulu requesting eastbound transition via the 91.
300 Whiskey Zulu Long Beach Tower transition approved. Long Beach altimeter 2998.
2980 Whiskey Zulu. Hey.
How you feel, buddy?
Great. How do you feel?
I feel pretty good.
Yeah?
Yeah, I got like a nervous sweat going, but in anticipation of this path. So I had to be honest, my anxiety was at an all-time high knowing that Banning Pass was at the front end of our trip. We are entering what was last trip's the worst part of the trip, into Banning Pass. Banning Pass is a major mountain pass in Southern California between the San Bernardino and San Jacinto Mountains. It's known for strong winds, a major highway cuts through there, and it's a very popular but turbulent VFR flight path for general aviation crossings between the coastal and desert regions. In 2023, tackling this pass after 6 exhausting days of flying in hot, bumpy air with little sleep hit me hard. The anxiety it triggered wore me down for the rest of the trip, and it took nearly 6 months to fully bounce back from that. So after 2 years out of the cockpit, my flying fears were amplified and my tolerance had really tanked from lack of exposure. So even small bumps were setting me off. Safe to say, I was dreading it. Banning is 122.8.
122.8?
Oh shit. Okay. Here we go.
Banning traffic, helicopter November 300, Whiskey Zulu's 10 to the west, transitioning eastbound along the 10 at 3,800.
Oh my god. Fuck.
Now this is pretty light chop.
Okay. My hands are really sweaty.
That's okay. Oh yeah, that's Banning Pass up there.
Oh yeah, okay. Oh my god. Yeah, the dreaded Banning Pass.
Banning traffic, helicopter November 300, Whiskey Zulu, eastbound transition via the 10 at 4,700. Banning.
And just like that, we were done with the pass and on to the first fuel stop of the trip.
All right, next frequency.
Palm Springs.
High Squawk Queen.
118.325.
Thermal traffic, helicopter November 300, Whiskey Zulu, turning final approach for runway 17 with a side step to the taxiway. Thermal. That's Paul Salmon original, yeah.
Yes.
Side step to the taxiway.
Love that. Legacy lives on.
Yeah, his legacy lives on.
With Banning Pass out of the way, it was time to breathe and celebrate the little things. Down. First landing of the trip. First fuel stop in the new helicopter. Crazy.
Crazy.
Pretty nuts. The first fuel stop of any trip always feels like somewhat of a milestone, and the temperature at thermal was almost as hot as we remembered.
Buddy. First one.
First one.
In the new ship.
Oh, someone spattered fuel up here already.
Uh-oh. Someone's getting fired.
All right, we are off. Just left Jacqueline Cochran, my ears are popping, Regional Airport, headed to Phoenix to see Austin and Zoe, and we're actually starting the trip with an adventure. We have a few plans for this trip home. Camping with Austin and Zoe and exploring Moab are 2 of the main highlights on the front end of the trip. We'll also glamp in some cozy A-frames in Texas and spend a night in this incredible airplane hangar. But more than anything, the goal is to slow down the pace and really enjoy the journey back across the country. Big trips like this fill our cups when we strike the right balance between challenge and rest.
I need a donut for each of my ass cheeks because they are sore.
That's when the trip becomes more than just a route home.
Here, look at this. Watch this.
Wow.
That's a stiff ass door.
Ass door.